Morning, welcome to Move More week 5. So 5 of 26. If you've only just joined us, then start small. You can always progress as we go through the weeks. As usual, make sure that you've got space around you. You haven't got anything to trip over. You've got a dining room type chair and you have a drink of water or something to refresh you if you get thirsty. If you feel unwell today, take it down, take it at your own pace anyway. Even if you thought you did great last week and you're not feeling up to it, then do what you can today. So every week is a different week. Today, you're going to be watching a demonstration later, but for now, we'll go through the circulation boost, the endurance, the balance, the strength, and then some Tai Chi, some stretch, and a little bit of relaxation. So join us and let's get going. So we're going to hip walk forwards in your chair. And you should know how to do this now. It's always good to practice. So hip walk forwards and then let's hip walk backwards. So how do we do this? So feet are wide. You put your weight on one side and you lift the other side. Lift and shift the hip forwards. And it doesn't have to be a fast movement. If you're not used to sitting upright, particularly for, for a long time, this might be quite difficult. Or if you have hip problems or your core is weaker than you would like it to be, then this might be a bit uncomfortable. Okay, let's keep going. So I should be able to see you moving from one side to the other. Push down in the feet to help you. Let's do one more. This is really good for your core strength, your hip strength, and getting you forwards in the chair. So stay at the front third of the chair. Feet are nice and wide. And let's think about posture. So plant both your feet on the floor evenly if you can. If you can't feel your toes, have a quick look. Make sure they're okay and they're in the right position. Breathe. Pull in the belly. So pull in those muscles in the core, lift up through the chest and open out through the collarbones. Send your shoulders back and down to your elbow. If you were hanging your hands, they'd be kind of towards the back of your hips. And breathe. Take some long breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's come to the hip, to the heel pump. So just lifting the heels one at a time. Fabulous. And breathing. So starting to work through the muscles in the calves, pushing the blood up through the body to the heart, the lungs, the brain. Lovely. So keep breathing. Feel that movement through the feet. Said it last week and the week before. That roll through the foot. So foot mobility is where it starts. So lift the heel, lower, lift and lower. Okay, let's add in opposite arm if you can. Now we did this with a group of people who were kind of quite young and they couldn't get it. So it's nothing to do with age. It's about your coordination, thought processes and practice. Some people just can't do it and that's fine. It's the practice. Lovely. So where are your arms coming? Are they coming up to your ears? And are your elbows coming behind you if this is too fast?
Giving it welly today.
Are they?
Great.
Yeah,
today.
that's fine.
Oh my God, they're giving it welly. There's proper hands up by their ears.
I was going to say, lovely. We don't want this kind of robot. None of that. Just from the elbow. It's that shoulder movement that we're thinking of. Lovely. Okay. Feet nice and wide. Let's come to that shoulder lift. So shoulder raise, up, up, up and down. Lift up, shoulders, shoulders now. Stop moving your arms. That's it. Lift the shoulders, drop. Really try and press them down. And then you feel like a little bit of a stretch. We're not stretching, but we're just mobilizing. But it's really nice to press down, especially if we're kind of a bit tense or you're feeling a bit tired. You can kind of hold your shoulders up. So press, press, lift, lift, press, and lift. Oh, and breathe. Okay, back to heel pump, arm pump. And this is what's going to like boost your circulation. It's going to bring your heart rate up a little bit. Lovely. Somebody's standing up already. If you want to stand and you're used to standing, feel free. Okay. Oh, lovely. Lots of people getting up. If you want to stay seated, that's fine. I'll be seated just for another few movements and then I'll get up. So up to you. Make sure your feet are nice and wide when we stand though in standing. Okay, hold it there. Shoulder circle. So similar, but a bigger movement. Sending the shoulders forwards a little bit, right up to the ears, back and down. Now, if it's easier for you to do one at a time, that's fine. But actually, this is a lovely movement, especially at the beginning of the day. Oh, we just get up, don't we? We get up and we carry on about our day and we don't mobilize our bodies. And then we wonder why we're stiff and sore sometimes if we've got things going on with our joints. So it's really helpful, really useful to get those movements going first of all. Lovely. And back to your march. So as I say, don't ever underestimate a march. You get your steps in, it's moving, it's coordination. Excellent. Lovely. Okay, feet wide, hands down. If you're standing, just slide that hand down the side of the thigh. Use your muscles in your belly and the core to lift you back up. If you're sitting, just go as far as it's comfortable for you, trying to keep your head in line. So I'll come straight on. So kind of, and right to the side. So that restricts you, okay? I'm not kind of going, woo. I'm literally keeping a long spine. We're stretching, we're mobilizing, warming up the side seams, the ribs. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Excellent. And then back to your march. So always, always back to your march. If you need to recover, back to your heel lift. If it's too much for you, just take a moment and just lift your heels. You can always take your arms out. Adding in arms will make you work harder. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to show you ankle mobilization. In standing, it's easier, I think. Heel toe. In seated, heel dig. So down on the floor, lift the toes. Same spot, put your toes. And then the heel. Now slow it down because I want this to be a really focused movement. So, and we're trying to lift the knee, put the toes down, lift the knee and put the heel down. And then we start to squeeze the toes and press the heel. So we're looking at that big range of movement in the ankle, okay? Forwards and upwards. So we call it dorsiflexion and plantarflexion. So pointing and squeezing. And we need this for later. Let's swap sides. Heel and toe. And you know I love this one because if you have restricted movement in your ankle, keep going. How can I ask you to do this movement later? Okay, you have to be able to move that ankle. Good. Keep it going. How does that feel? How does that one feel compared to that one? Let's go back to the first foot and let's do a big circle. So right round to the outside edges, pointing, lifting to the edge, up and out. Oh. And then let's go in the other direction. So you could do these at home every day. It doesn't take long. 10, 15 minutes. Let's swap sides. And then circle. One way. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then the other way. Lovely. Fabulous. And then back to your march. And then I'm going to stand up, but I'll show you the seated option first. Seated option is a big circle through the chest. So leading with the chest or the nose. So we're not dropping the chin down. Circle, chest, around and right to the back. Oh, if you can. I'm going to stand and show you. So in standing, it's our half a hula hoop. Yeah, I love a half a hula hoop. Side. No, because we're stretching, aren't we? We're mobilizing the lower back. I don't know. That's just what they say in the model, didn't they? Hey, what do you mean one class?
It's just one thing.
In the training, yeah. You could go all the way around.
It's just a thought.
Yeah.
Because I know you like that one.
Well,
And I'm constantly exploring at the moment, aren't I?
Side, circle. Can anybody hula hoop? I used to. Can't do it now.
Hula hoop is front and back, isn't it?
It's kind of, yeah, you think it's a circular movement, but it's not, is it? It's a.
I was terrible at it.
I could do elastics though. Did you do elastics with your feet? I used to love playing that. They should bring all of that back, you know. And 2 ball against the wall, 3 ball against the wall. Yes. And then we used to go under the leg. I'll have to find them. I'll send you that for homework. How would you feel about that? Okay, let's come to a march. Can you just alter the camera, I think, please?
What?
I think you just need to get my head in, don't you? Or is it in? Okay. March, march. Relax your shoulders down now. And how do you, can you hear your feet? So in class, we might have heard as people go flat-footed. We don't want flat-footed. We shouldn't hear your feet as they go heel, toe, toe, heel. Okay. Okay, let's bring the arms in. So don't worry about the legs. You're just marching, but big arms. Deep breathing. So at any point we're going into endurance. If you feel too out of breath, bring the movement down, take the arms out, or just come to a heel pump. Really important that you feel comfortable, but challenged a little bit, enough to make you slightly out of breath. Okay, we're going to start. So I'm behind my chair. I'm going to tap out to the side, same in seated. Tap. So I'm not like directly to the side. I'm slightly forwards. Slightly forwards. Oh, lovely. So not too difficult. Okay, then we're going to come. So just watch. We're going to come to a side step together, side step together, side together. And sometimes it helps to say that side together. Otherwise we get all sorts of like sways and leans and, oh, is that Jess in the right? So you can add in your arm. Thanks. He always reminds me that I can add in my arms. So here's the first option. Just a side step, completely supported by your chair, slide in your hands. Then you've got the next option, just slide in one hand and maybe just pressing down. Next option, adding in a little squeeze, bicep curl. So making a fist and squeeze in one hand, then the other, or adding both. If you're quite confident with this movement. Other way is alternate your hands. If your brains are pretty good today, if you're on the ball today, you could do all of this in seated. Add in that squeeze, we'll add in a little bit of work through your arms. You'll get more out of breath, increasing the endurance into your heart. So you choose what works for you and write it down. Because in 20 weeks, you'll go, oh, I haven't really done very much. Actually, if you've gone from holding on with 2 hands to maybe 1 finger and adding in an arm, that's great progress. Okay, just a march, not a march, just lift the heels. Get your breath if you're out of breath. think about what level you're on. So naught is, I just got out of bed, got lots of energy. 10 is you've done a marathon. We want you about 5, 6. So if I said, how are you, Doris, you would go, oh, I'm all right. But I'm okay to carry on. Not like, oh, I can't breathe. Or not, yeah, I'm good, thanks, la la la. So next up, we're going over the cat. So just watch first. Up, up together. So first leg up and over, second leg up and over. So if you struggle with holding on, you could just lift one leg and bring it back. One leg and then do the other one. What we're looking for is lift that knee up and over, together, back, together, back, together, up and over, together. Lovely. So you're stepping over your cat, you cannot kick it in the middle. Why do we do this? We've got to build up these muscles in the fronts of the thighs. You know, sometimes we have to step over things. When might we use this? Getting into a car. If something's in your way, you might need to step to the side. Lifting those legs uses the muscles here, so you might get a bit tired.
Can you hear me? Have a thumbs up whether you can hear me or not. Yep, no? Can't hear me, no thumbs up.
No, we can't. You're not on a mic, H.
So what I'm noticing is Jess is actually holding his hands together. So
Right.
repeat back what I'm saying.
So Helen's noticed that somebody's holding their hands together.
What's good about that?
What's
that increases your core stability.
right? What is good about that is it increases your core stability.
So if your arms are wide, you're using the whole body to balance.
Yeah, so if your arms are wide, you're using your whole body to balance.
Take out your
If you
hands.
take out your arms, you're using your core muscles to balance. So well done. You knew that, didn't you, Jess? We've still got this fly. Yeah, don't copy me when I do that. Pardon? Yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel? Are you worn out? Are you puffed out? Are you puffing? Are you okay? Right, back to the heel lift. Really good work there. So repetition is key there, because at first you go, oh yeah, that's all right. And then your legs start to get a bit tired, and then your core might get a bit tired. If you're all right, keep going. If you need to sit, have a sit, but keep those feet moving. If you're sitting, well done. If you're sitting, you might need to come into a full back rest, because that's tough in sitting, lifting those legs up and out. If you're sitting, I'm asking you to then go, ugh, okay, which is hard. Oh, lovely, lovely. Right. Few lunges. So I'm going to lunge to the side. So one leg only. Sorry, I'm going to lunge. Just watch. Lunge. Keep your heels moving. Lunge to the front. Lunge to the side. We did this last week separately. So we're adding in now. Lunge to the front at the diagonal. Come back to that lovely base of support. Step out wide. Base of support. So on this one, we don't come together, okay? I want you, when you come back, to be steady and feel that you can actually go in any direction that you want to. Again, have the chair close by or a worktop. Lovely. If you're steady, you could add in a little squeeze of the arm. It counterbalances. But actually, if you're squeezing, it's another dimension. So opposite arm kind of lifts. But don't overthink it. Keep breathing. And then into your march. I'm going to change the angle of the angle of the chair. And we're going to go on the other leg. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. Edit. Other leg. Step out to the side. Step out. And to the side. Now, I'm going to show you from the side, because when you step out to the side to get a bigger movement, you can stick your bottom out, but you don't have to. If this is enough for you, just a small step. But if you're pretty confident, and I know some of you are here, it's like a little mini lunge, side lunge, but only if you want to. Remember, come back to that base of support. So you could go in another direction, because eventually we'll put it all together and we'll go forward, side, back. But today we're just going forwards and side. And then eventually we might just do a little tap here. So, okay, march. So march it out. Fabulous. We're going to now start bringing it down, but we're going to take it easier by doing a little double step if you can. 1 step together, 2 steps together. So make sure you stay behind your chair. I'll just move myself so that I have support of my chair if I need to. If you just need to do a single step, that's fine. But 2 steps is getting you used to just traveling. How does that feel? Lovely. Step together, step together. How's your breathing? Are you puffed out or are you okay? And you know, you might go, I'm still really tired. But what happens is when we come back to the little bit in between where we heel pump, you might recover quicker, more quickly, and that's progress too. Okay, behind your chairs, just a heel pump. Take a long breath in. We're going to tap to the side, slightly forwards. So still moving, but bringing it down. Bringing it down. Okay. Little tap, 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 tap. How's your posture? We've done quite a lot, so you might be like, ooh, you might have let it go. I stick my bottom out when I'm tired. And some people kind of collapse in the chest in the front. So think about regaining that posture into a little heel lift, nothing too major. And then nice wide feet. Guess what we're going to do? Wide base sway. Lovely. Hopefully you love it as much as we do. Lift and press, lift and press, lift and press. We can see you on camera.
Huh?
Nothing. Lift and press.
What do you mean?
One hand. One hand. So pushing out, and then literally a little heel lift. Have you got your breath back? So hopefully you can breathe. If you need a bit longer to just get your breath back, that's fine. Grab a drink of water because we're going into balance. Oh, excellent. Right, so set yourselves up, or just watch if you're having a drink. Going back to single leg stand and adding in a couple of other moves. So single leg stand, I've got my chair, my foot is well placed so that if I wobble, I can step outwards with my outside foot, okay? So I'm going to stand upright. I'm going to take one foot back. My knees are level, okay? I'll show you from the side. My knees are level, so I'm not kicking my heel up and I'm not lifting up here. So posture, hips in line, because what happens now, you might be tired, is that happens, that hip sticks out, bring it in. For some, that's enough. If you're sitting, just lift that leg in front or pop that foot on your other foot. And then we're going to lift and you're going to count. See how good you get in. And just use your arms if you need to balance, lift that heel. Yeah, focus. Press it. Oh, I can't do it. That foot. When you're ready, you come out.
Don't have to demonstrate everything.
No, I know. When you're ready, what do we do? So did you step out nice and wide? That's the key. When you're on one leg, if you're wobbly or you need to come out, that wide step. We've just practiced that, stepping wide, okay? If you wobble, step. If you wobble, step. If you wobble, step. But this is single leg balance, single leg strength. Peter, are you okay? Helen says. Give us.
Gonna just check on him.
Okay. Nick's going to just check. So ping us a message. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm not going to do it because I've got a painful foot, but I'll set you up. So
Just turn around and demonstrate on the same, the original foot that you did it on.
turn around. What do you mean?
Yeah, so you've just demoed, so that, yeah, do it on the same foot, in facing 180 degrees in the opposite direction.
Right.
Used to teach group X.
Yeah. I didn't know what. Yeah, I know what. I didn't know what you meant. Okay, so slide that foot back, same leg. Heel lifts. Posture. Count. Eye gaze. Focuses just on one spot. Use your arms if you need to. Breathe. When you're ready, step out. How was that? Good? Good. Practice that. Practice. Honestly, you'll get so much better. It's so good. And we use that as a measure of longevity. Depending on your age and your abilities, there's markers. Shall I send it to you? It might be a good goal. And don't go, oh, I can't get anywhere near that. It's not about that. It's about just improving 1 second, half a second, anything, or just feeling more confident even to be able to do this. Other side. So step away. We're going to slide that foot back. Posture check. Hips. Find the points. I've got a nice butterfly outside. That's a ceramic one. It's not moving. Knees are level. When you're ready, think about that pressure on your support as well. Lift. How are you doing? Any good? Step out wide. I did really well on that leg and I'm really rubbish. Well done. And you know, certain things will make a difference. So I'm in barefoot actually, and that was easier for me. I'm on a carpet. Sometimes that's harder. Sometimes if you're on a surface, a flat surface, it's easier. If you're in trainers or shoes, sometimes it's easier. So give it a try. See what works best for you. Okay. And spread your toes out. I forgot to say that. Spread your toes out and put the weight, try it on this time, try it on this go, put the weight in your big toe, second toe, and see if that makes a difference. It immediately stabilizes your ankle. So let's lift that leg, breathe, and I'm not going to talk if I can help it. Use your arms. You're fab. Ready? When you're ready to step out, step out. Really, honestly, some of you, from those, I can't see all of you, but some of you, amazing. Send me your numbers and I'll write it down. It's brilliant. Honestly, if you can do that, it means that you're stronger. Your bones are stronger, everything, all sorts. I'll send you all the stuff behind it, all the information behind it, because it's really interesting. And it's one of those things you can do in the kitchen, cleaning your teeth, just waiting for a boss, waiting for something, waiting. You can just stand, practice. Okay, next up is a heel lift. So I'll show, imagine this is my chair. My feet are wide, wider than my hips. And then I'm going to keep my spine long, posture, tuck your bottom under, spread your toes out. And then I'm going to just do it on one foot. You're going to lift the heel and lower slowly. Lift and lower slowly. Lift and lower. So this is why we focused on that ankle movement earlier. Now, if you don't have osteoporosis, or if you don't have any significant things going on in your legs, you can actually start to lift and come down with a bit of a jolt, but only a little bit, okay? And that adds a bit of impact into your bones, which is all great for bone health, but don't worry if you don't want to do that today. So up on your toes, so lifting the heels, lower down. So this is a calf raise. So you might feel it into your calf muscles, and that's a good thing. We need to strengthen the calf muscles as well as the quads, the ones in your thighs. So this is calf. Okay, hold it there. Actually, let's just do a wiggle jiggle, because that's strong into your calves, isn't it? Excellent. So just a little wiggle. And then we're going to come to the opposite. So this is the one where you might feel a bit more likely to wobble. So just watch first. We're going to lift the toes, but you can see that my body shape, my alignment doesn't change. So I'm lifting my toes. I'm still upright. I'm not sticking my bottom out. Now, I suggest you hold on to you just press onto your chair. If you are wobbly and you need to step back, take a step back. So lift the toes, lower down. Lift the toes, lower down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Fabulous. Good. Just march it out, just because that's quite tough into the feet, ankles, calves, etc. How are we doing now? I'm going to move on to strength because I want to get everything in. But today is your demonstration of getting down on the floor, getting up off the floor. We don't expect you to do this when we're doing it with you in class, but we will be going through some of the moves. So have a sit down. And when you're ready, let me just grab a drink. When you're ready, I'm going to show you how to get up off the chair. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you how to get up off the floor. So here we go. So I just want you to watch, okay? So this is called backward chaining, and we'll teach you all of the movements, and then we put it in reverse. So you can get up off the chair safely. Right, so don't join in, watch. Hip walk. Feet back, push. Heel pump. Step away. Turn. Strongest leg to the chair. Hands on the chair. Little press. Back foot wiggles back. Drop the knee. Eye gaze lifts. Other leg out, round, down. Hands on the floor. Walk back. Hands wide. Sit on one hip. You're safe here. Take a moment. Hands down onto the elbow, onto the shoulder. While we're here, some exercises. Clam. Strengthens your hips, your pelvis, works on the outside of your legs. We can lift the whole leg. You can do this on the bed. We'll send you the exercises.
Or a sofa.
Or a sofa. You can straighten your leg and lift. Then we're going on our fronts. So we slide onto our front. Hands come in front. And press up. through my forearms and lower down. Press. And lower. I'm going to come onto my other side and do the same. Knees bend, hips stacked, lift and lower. It's not a big movement. I can hardly move this knee away. Lift, and I'm not moving my hips back. I
What
can.
did they call it the other day? Oyster.
Oyster. It's a clam or a clamshell. Yeah. Lift the whole leg. Quite strong. Straighten the leg. So lots of different opportunities there. Lots of different options. I'm going to roll onto my front, and then we're going to squeeze the bottom and lift one leg, and then the other with a straight leg. Strengthening through the muscles in the bottom, backs of the thighs. Okay, from here, we're going to get you up off the floor. So I'm going to press. I'm going to roll onto my side here. I'm going to use my top hand. I'm going to press down and come onto my elbow. Take a moment. And if you'd fallen, this is where you come to. So you try and get onto your elbow, onto your side, onto your elbow. Check your body. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's move. So hand out wide. Other hand is coming wide. Swiftly onto my knees. Walk to the chair. Hands come onto the chair. Press. Take a moment. This leg swings around the side in a semicircle. Get your breath, get your bearing. My toes curl under. I press through those toes at the back. Big press here. This back foot can come in a few steps or one big step. I can pump my heels here. Remember, you've been on the floor. You might feel dizzy. Take your time. You can always push through your thighs or come up to standing. What do we do at the top? Lift the heels to stop you feeling dizzy. Take your time here. You can always come back down if you feel a bit dizzy and take your time. Come back up. From here, we turn. Feel the chair behind both of your knees, and only then do you stick your bottom out slowly down and you're in the chair. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be working towards that exercise, what do you call it, component. So
Can you just tell her not to freak out?
yeah, don't freak out. So we don't expect you to do all of this. So you've already started doing this. So you've already started hip walking in the chair. You've already done a sit to stand. You've already started lunging. Okay. You've already done this movement today. And then we reverse it. So don't freak out. So let's practice. So we're going to hip walk to the front third of the chair. We're going to take our feet behind and we're going to stand up and pump the heels. So stand and pump. If you're sitting, just a bunny hop, or come up to standing, pump your heels and then sit down. If you're in standing, we're just going to take a step away. So we step away and pump. Turn to face your chair. I'm then going to take a step towards my chair and put my hands down. That's all I'm doing today. I'm putting my hands down. And then I'm going to bring the other foot in, pump your heels, stand up, pump your heels, turn around, feel the chair, stick your bottom out, sit down. If you don't feel safe to do this, just do the stand up. Lovely. We're going to go again. Now, you probably led with your strongest side. If you're happy to, we're going to go on your weaker side. So just watch again if you want to, or join, whichever you prefer. Hip walk, feet behind, lean forwards, push up, pump your heels. My other leg is going to step away and I turn. My other leg is going to step to the chair. I grip the side of my chair. And that's it. I'm going to bring my other foot back in. Pump your heels. Take your time to come up. Pump again. Turn them.
Really got a wall to demonstrate wrist bone loading against the wall.
No, we can send it. Feel the chair behind your legs, knees, adjust, stick your bottom out, sit down. Fabulous. That's all we're going to do with that today. So let me know how you get on. Let me know how you got on today, how you felt. Did you feel scared or nervous, or were you pretty good? Okay, let's do some I was going to do band work, wasn't I? We'll do a quick arm movement. As I promised you, we do triceps this week. So if you haven't got a band, just watch. We are posting some out. So I'm at the front of my chair. If you haven't got a band, just do the movement without a band and squeeze. So as usual, band on the floor, both feet are on the band, so it's not going to ping out. My band comes to the outside of my leg, and then my outside hand takes hold of the band down just where it naturally kind of reaches to. Then here's the thing, lift that elbow behind you. So the band, your hand comes to your hip, and just adjust it where you need to. Now it might be too hard here, so you can always let it go or hold it tighter. The key thing, my elbow is not sticking out, it's back. Okay, and all I'm going to do is keep my elbow there and straighten my arm and bring it back in. So you can see my shoulder's not moving, my upper arm isn't moving. The only movement is from my elbow down. So, and if you haven't got a band, same movement, squeeze your hand, or you could do it with a tin. The most important thing, when I'm face on, you cannot see my arm coming to the side. Okay, just a few. 4, 6, 8. If it's too difficult, take the band out. Let's swap sides. Notice that side. So that was my right arm. Feels okay. Okay, so both feet on. Have the band outside your leg. Drop your arm, hold onto the band. So your little fingers kind of point to the back. Then you move around. Then we take the elbow back and up. So for some of you, that might be enough. If you've got shoulder problems here, you might just want to hold the elbow here with that elbow and squeezing that elbow in. So imagine your other elbows there. You're trying to squeeze them back and in. Your hand is on the hip. Straighten that arm. Posture check as well. Oh, sorry, we've got this fly, and it's been.
It's like a fruit.
Oh, it is 2 weeks. It's been here. It's doing it on purpose. Relax that shoulder. It's really good for your grip strength. So gripping onto these bands is so good for your hand strength. And we know that as you get older, those hands, your fingers might get sore. You might have some arthritis, some stiffness. Oh, right, let go. It's quite tough, isn't it? And then chuck your band away. Not literally. Throw it to the side of the room. How does that feel? So just roll through your shoulders. And then we're going to stretch. Lovely stretch. So we've done lots of work on your calves. legs, arms. So let's come straight to that lovely leg stretch. I'm going to go backwards. So legs straight out in front of you, and you need to be on the front of your chair, not so you're going to slip off the front third, because if you can't straighten your leg, you're not going to stretch the back of the leg. So nice long leg, nice long spine. So lift up through your shoulder, your chest, and then we lean forwards. So side on, I'm not kind of curled round because I'm not stretching anything there. Lift your chest, lean forwards. And you should feel that lovely stretch in the back of the leg, behind the knee maybe. Fabulous. Breathe. Smile, you're nearly done. Lift up. And then relax the foot. And then squeeze the toes up towards the knee. And that stretches out your calf. And hopefully you won't feel achy muscles over the next couple of days. If you do, let me know. I'm sorry if you do. But it means that you're working your calf muscles, and it might mean you need to do them in the week. Do your homework. Relax. Other side. So foot straight, leg nice and long, and then we lift the spine. So can you see the difference here? Lift and fold. Hands on the thigh. Other thigh. There's the thigh that's supporting you. Oh, okay. And then come up, relax off, and then squeeze the toes. Breathe. Squeeze, squeeze, toes up towards the knee, and relax. Oh, okay. So we've just done triceps. So this is the lovely tricep stretch. Hand onto the opposite shoulder. And then just support the arm at the back of the upper arm. And then pull towards, so you're pulling the arm in towards your body, which then lengthens the arm away. Breathe. Feet are nice and wide, yeah, just for that stability in your chair. And another tricep stretch is one we do every time. Hands on the same shoulder, lift, and give it a nudge if you want, and then lift the chest, which then automatically lifts up through the back of the arm. And if you're carrying your shopping, lift your elbows behind you. That's good for triceps as well, rather than letting it pull you down. Okay, other side, hand on the opposite shoulder. If that's enough for you, that's fine. Otherwise, hold support and then draw across your body. So we're just trying to lengthen the back of the arm here, and the other arm helps to support it. Okay, hand on the same shoulder, walking those fingers down towards the center of your shoulder blades. Give it a nudge if you want to, and then lifting through the chest. Little extension through the back. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Relax down. Send the hands behind you. If you can, clasp the fingers and squeeze the elbows towards each other, just lifting the chin slightly. Keep breathing. And then let go. Hands together in front. Imagine you've got a beach ball and it's in between, it's in your hands here, and somebody's blowing it up and they're getting wider and wider, and you're going to drop your chin round through the spine, tuck your bottom under, and feel that lovely stretch across your shoulder blades, maybe in your lower back, up along the length of your spine, and come up to sitting. Let's just make this simple. So both hands are going to go to one side. I've got one hand about my eye height and the other hand about where my belly button is. Both hands come across the body, that's all. Hold it there. The bottom hand comes up, the top hand goes down. That's it. Hold it there. Then both come across the body. The bottom comes up, the top goes down. Both hands come across the body. Now don't you think about anything else. Swap at the side. Across the body. So one hand is literally at eye height. And we're not going out of our reach. So just maybe just slightly outside your shoulders. Swap, one up, one down. Across. One up, one down. Across. Are your feet nice and wide? Are you breathing? I'm not too far. I'm not twisting my neck. My head stays in line. My chin stays in line with my spine. I'm not going right the way to the side. I'm only going kind of in line with my knees. We're relaxing your body. We're not stressing it out now. Okay, hands, fingers come together, lift and lower, breathe out. Lift and lower. Lift, close your eyes and lower, lift and lower. Smaller, lift, smaller and lower. Smaller again. Smaller, so you're hardly moving. Now it's just your hands and just changing direction. And relax the shoulders, relax the toes. And then rest your hands on your thighs. Roll through your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. Open your eyes and give yourself a big fat round of applause. Well done. Really well done. So what a difference. So please let us know how you got on, how you felt, how you found it. We'll be back next Wednesday, 10 o'clock. We'll send you the recording out and we'll send you your homework. So see you next week. If you want to stay on Zoom, please do. And we'll